What if I told you there's a place where 94% of the land is untouched jungle filled with breathtaking landscapes and wildlife most people will never see? I'm Ash Dykes.
Ash Dykes.
Ash Dykes.
Explorer, adventurer, world record holder.
And I'm about to embark on a Guinness World Record expedition kayaking 600 kilometers through Suriname's uncharted wilderness. A world-first journey. Along the way, we'll be attempting to summit the country's highest peaks at record-breaking speed and mapping a river no outsider has fully explored. But this isn't just about the records. We're facing caiman, venomous scorpions,
Oh, that's the worst thing I've ever had.
bullet ants, sleepless nights, and pulling dozens of ticks off our bodies each evening, whilst gathering and catching our own food just to survive.
Well, this is going to be our lunch for today.
Yet amidst the challenges, we'll experience an abundance of wildlife, most of which have never seen a human before, and will witness the raw beauty of one of Earth's last untouched jungles. Will we make history, or will the jungle break us?
The weather at the moment, still some scattered clouds, sunny, there's a light easterly wind and a temperature of 34 degrees Celsius.
Oh, I tell you what, you feel that heat straight away, don't you? We just touched down in the most forested country in the world. Subsequent to landing in South America, which was a first for me, I was finally meeting my new teammates. This was the first time seeing each other face to face since planning this world first expedition. Good mate, how are you?
You made it.
How we doing?
Yo, what's up?
Good to see you.
Welcome, bro.
My name's Matt. I'm from Scotland. I've been living in Suriname now for almost 2 years with Unlock Nature, doing a lot of work with snakes, also expeditions. That's really my passion, going into really remote areas. That was really why I wanted to do a trip like this, you know, to really push my own boundaries and do it with like-minded people.
My name's Jacob Hudson. Been working with Ash for about 18 months now, helping him build his socials up. I don't come from a documentary background, I don't come from a necessarily content background, but it's something that I've sort of found myself in and now found myself in the middle of the jungle about to take on a world record.
My name is Dick. I've been working here in Suriname for almost 12 years already. Crazy passion of wildlife and adventure, and Suriname is just the perfect place for that. But most of the places of the country is so hard to get to, and there's so many things that you can still discover. Waterfalls that nobody's ever seen, parts of river nobody's ever been. In the last couple of years, my life has stood upside down. Like before that, I was a freelance guide. I worked for a couple of companies, and about 3 years ago, I started Unlock Nature, my own company, and started doing expeditions. And the expedition is something else. I mean, going to a place where you could see that animals have never experienced humans before.
Following our inaugural evening in Suriname, we all regrouped the next morning to review logistics and strategize our plan for venturing deep into the heart of the Amazon jungle.
So I think today we can set up the kayak, we can go through all the gear, what we really need, desperately need, and maybe a luxury package, you know, like if we have room, we'll bring it.
Just in case.
I'm not sure how many women we're going to be seeing, but...
Oh yeah, non-lubricated, I hope that's okay.
Leaving my teammates to squabble over their luxury items for a few minutes, we all focused on planning and packing the essentials for the expedition. The rest of the day was spent charging batteries, testing our portable solar panels, and making sure our satellite communications work, not only for emergency evacuations, but to also ensure that Guinness World Records can track our progress. So, we had our first full day here in Suriname today. A lot of coordinating how we're going to overcome certain aspects to the expedition. One of those was food. The lads had quite a lot of food with them and that concerned me a little bit, so I ran by the idea of maybe chopping it in half and maybe having it dropped off 70% into the expedition where there's a bridge. But it's great to be here, great to meet them. You know, really good lads. It's funny because a lot of the expeditions that I've done in the past, I've always had these sort of anxious feelings, not necessarily uncertainty, but just that anxiety of hoping that I have everything. But with this trip, it just feels a little bit different. It feels like we've covered all corners. Early the next morning, we began by feeding Dick's pet snake some roadkill that we had found the day before.
Would you normally kill an animal and then figure out how to eat it?
Yeah, usually we put a live snake in there once and actually it killed it by biting the head. Here we go.
Leaving the snake to its breakfast, we set off for a remote interview and to host a press conference with the team for the Surinamese press.
How does this one compare to your previous adventures?
I would say with this one, the intensity is ramped right up because you need 24/7 focus. Every footstep that we make has to be intentional. We can't make any mistake because the jungle will make us pay. So today is go time. We are now getting packed up, getting everything together. Jacob and Dick stay here another day as well, which is handy, so they can charge up more batteries as well. And then me and Matt, we head over, I think it was a 6-8 hour drive and boat ride. We stay at a small village on the interior, and then the boys go looking for a place to land. Don't know what I'm feeling right now, to be honest. I'm excited, I'm apprehensive. I know what we're about to get ourselves into. This is very excessive, but we're on a kayak. Whoa, get out.
Well, Matt, enjoy. Be safe.
See you tomorrow in the helicopter, man.
Yep. Hi, dude. See you tomorrow, mate.
See you tomorrow, dude.
Bye-bye. And so Matt and I were off. We had a long drive ahead of us heading towards the boat port at the start of the Suriname River. So we've arrived at the boat port here. It's about a 3-hour drive. It seems like a really beautiful place, and you can really see here now as we enter the Amazon, like looking over at this river behind us, at the trees in the distance, and we're already seeing some pretty crazy wildlife, lots of really beautiful, colourful birds.
This is basically the point that everyone loads in boats to head up the Suriname River. So the Suriname River is like the highway of Suriname in many senses. All the villages are upstream, and you can see all the boats getting filled with stuff. And this is our boat here, loaded with kayaks, our own personal gear. It's going to be a full day of traveling to reach Kumalu, and then the following day we're going to reach Guyana, and then to the base of Julianatop by helicopter. So in many ways, this is the first step of the expedition.
So I believe this will be the last little bit of signal, maybe the rest of today, perhaps tomorrow morning, and then that's it then, we're dropped in the jungle. So I don't fully know if the beacon system is going to work, the internet device. If it does, it'll be amazing, but I do think that we're going to be in utter jungle coverage for the next 2 weeks, which means we won't have access to the sky until we're back on the river. So the hurdles begin already. We've had to jump out of the boat because it's the dry season, so it's quite shallow here. We're all walking off ahead, so it has less weight, and it's coming now to pick us up now that it's got over these shallow rapids.
That's crazy. I never saw them have to move the boat in this section before. The fact that it's already low here, and the further up we go, the lower it's gonna get. It's a little bit ominous for the kayaking, right?
We spent a few more hours heading upriver with all of our gear, making our way towards our destination for the night, a beautiful Maroon community who welcomed us with open arms.
There was a little miscommunication. They thought we only had 2 guests with a few bags, not an entire boat full of kayaks. So we have to give them a little extra for the extra work. But we have dinner included, and we also have breakfast tomorrow. Pilo? Hey, nice to meet you. Matt. Yes, yes. Which rooms do we have? This one? Yeah. Oh, perfect. And we have beds.
Yeah, there we go. That's what we want. We made our way to a Maroon community. Maroons are descendants of escaped slaves back in the day where they were brought over from West Africa. They managed to escape and they've made themselves upstream of the Suriname River, which is amazing to be here, you know. And we meet up with the lads tomorrow who search for a place to land. We've got quite a journey tomorrow to get to the helicopter pickup point, and then that's it. I'll be going first, and then it'll be coming back to collect Matt. And then we're left out there. But I'm feeling excited more than anything to get into the jungle. You know, it's a relatively new terrain. I know I had the jungle for 2.5 weeks at North Madagascar, but again, this is a different mission, and so I'm looking forward to learning a lot from the Amazon, to pushing myself once again, and just being out there with the Amazon. Everything from jaguar, puma, caiman, piranha, wolffish, electric eel, stingray, all the snakes and spiders that you can think of. We're in for a rough ride, and I know that. This is it. This is it. Yes.